So, shall we begin? There are some tasks that I'm unequipped to handle myself, and I need your assistance. Excellent. As you've hopefully been made aware by now, the source of the weather phenomenon outside is a device that is under our control. Or rather, the lack thereof. Control, that is. In order to solve this error, we'll need to acquire the weather machine's blueprints. They are in the wall safe just over there. If only it were that simple. The safe can only be opened with a key that my beloved wife Cassie has chosen to hide in a very secure location. So secure that only she knows where it is. This is problematic, as she has been unwell and unresponsive for quite some time. That said, she was a diligent note-keeper. I'm certain you could find out where she moved the key to if you were to search through her notes. You should find them all in our room upstairs. It is unlocked, so you should be able to just walk in. With my condition as it is, I'm unable to do this myself, and thus, my new friend, the task falls to you. You will? Oh, wie wunderbar. Best of luck. I could use some help over here.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little, even with the stockpile from the supply runs.
Don't you be starting to change things up
Before
around
the stores.
here. We got a system, and it works. Damn it.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system. Damn it. Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system, and it Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system, and it
Someone
works.
do so
Damn
much
it.
good around here. It's refreshing.
What the hell are you doing in here? Get your filthy hands off her! What's that? Oh. I understand. I apologize. Truly. I'm just very protective of her, you know? She was is my other half, and life is just not complete without her. Of course, she has the key herself. I should have known. Yes. Very well. If you would excuse me, I would like a moment with my wife. Come find me when you have the blueprints.
There was a landslide around the mansion. I wonder how that happened.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little. Even with the stockpile from the supply runs. You know, before the storms. I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air. We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little, even with the stockpile.
It's a shame
I
we
could
don't
use
have
some
the
help
workforce.
I believe you have something for me.
The storms.
Well, they're no good to me. I can't read them. Go deliver them to my daughter, Audrey. She's the one who's leading the effort to repair the weather machine. Oh, and before I forget, our conversation earlier, in Cassie's room. Water under the bridge, yes? I do hope we can keep that just between us. I'd hate for rumors to flutter about. I'm happy to hear it. Oh, and before you go off to Audrey, I would like you to indulge me in another thought exercise I've been meditating on. If you were to repair a ship by replacing it plank by plank, piece by piece, so much so that no single piece of wood from the original vessel remained, would you have a new ship? Or would it still be the original,
It's a shame we don't
only
have the
improved?
workforce to spruce this place up a little.
Right you are, my friend. Both in the origins of the question and its complexity. Let's say for this example that we can agree that eventually it is a new ship. Because I think the more interesting question is, at what point does it become so? After half of the planks? After the final part is replaced? Perhaps the rudder? Or mast? If we were to change piece by piece, at what point do we become something entirely new? Up. One moment. Let's perhaps hold on an answer. I'd rather that linger with you a bit. And you have important business to attend to.
We don't have the workforce
Now,
to spruce this place.
off with you to see Audrey. She's buried in her books in the meteorology sector. I hope you have some good hiking boots. It's quite the trek.
Research.
Safe travels.
Science, and discoveries. And news. Ah, screw it. I miss how it was
It has
before.
lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting. The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
saw the flares. They're all gone, huh? Was there anything I can take back to their families? What did you find? Please, tell me. That belongs to Miles. I can't say I'm sad he's gone, but not like this. Ugh. What did you find? Please, tell me. That was Rob's. A friend of mine. They were an ass, but always had my back. Wish I had his then. What did you find? Please, tell me. Hey, that belongs to Rebecca. If there was no body, she might still be alive. There's a chance. Here's a little something for going out of your way. I can't thank you enough. It's good to have some closure.
You there! I don't know you. Why are you in my lab? What's this? Oh, the blueprints. Fantastic. Did my father send you? Are we hiring outside help for the mailroom now? Never mind that. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that I finally have these. Well, the name says it all. It used to be a machine that did the weather. You know, monitoring it, controlling it, just the usual stuff. I think we picked it up as a way to sweeten the pot when my father was getting the board to approve this vault. A bit of nepotism later, and here I am. My father refused to listen when I told him my talents are wasted on this machine, but in the end, the research fell off after the bombs fell. Later, we found a very important reason to look into it again, of course, which I'm not really comfortable sharing more on. Sorry, we did just meet after all. To summarize, this machine is important. My father wants it fixed, and I'd very much like Father to stop pestering me about it. Yes, very excellent parcel delivery. Off with you then. Actually, wait a moment. A helpful minion could be quite useful. Could you give me 2 seconds to read this? Here's a little reward for you. Count your bottle caps while I go over these blueprints. Come back when you're ready for more work. Give you break. Perfect. The blueprints specify the exact part we're looking for. Well, I could use someone with outdoor experience for starters. Based on your skin condition, I'm guessing you're not from around here. That means you walked here. You're perfect for the job. Believe it or not, the Shenandoah Visitor Center has a device for monitoring the weather. While vastly inferior in complexity, it contains parts that you won't find out of any old toaster left to rot. It won't be a perfect fit, but even if the part is remotely close to the one that broke, I should be able to do some modifications to make it work. I'll analyze these blueprints more and do some research ahead of time, just in case. That just leaves you with the task of actually fetching it. If you don't mind, that is. Thank you. The visitor center is just north of the manor, on the cliff. It's probably completely abandoned. The building isn't too big, so you should be able to find it easy enough. Once you have the part, come back here, okay?
Whoa! Oh! Who are you? Don't hurt me, please. Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's a relief. Well, it's not here. It's back in my bunker. There's a bit of a problem, though. The door to my bunker got jammed from the inside, and I got locked out. I just went out to get some essentials. I rarely leave the bunker. Of course, I had to lock myself out when I do. Anyway, good news is, there's a second entrance in the basement of this building. Bad news is there's a bunch of weirdos in there now. I don't know who they are, or what they want. I've never seen them before. But they did not seem the friendly kind, huh? I just came in here minding my own business when I heard some creepy chanting and talks about some Alex sending them here for a sacrifice. I panicked, and I locked them in. I don't think they noticed, but I bet they'll be real mad once they do. You've got yourself a deal. Come and let me know when they're all, dead. stopped hearing screams. So I came through, to check on you, yeah? And I wasn't sneaking off. A deal's a deal. Follow me. I'll show you to my bunker. The machine is in there. Well, the machine you're after is just over there. I mean, it's pretty hard to miss. Thanks for helping me out getting back here.
Did you find the part we're looking for? What a relief. I must admit, I was a little unsure there would be any machine left to rescue parts from. I hope I didn't get you into too much danger to retrieve it. I knew you would be a good fit for the task. But that aside, I never heard of any cult in these parts. Then again, I never heard much about any cult in general. My father kept me fairly sheltered. Quite literally. I wonder what they were doing there. Alex? No, she couldn't be. Sorry, I knew someone named Alex. I never found out what happened to them when the bombs dropped, but it must be someone else. Would you mind getting the part in place? It should be pretty simple after my modifications. All the connectors are standardized now to fit a regular part. I do it myself, but I just need a minute to gather my thoughts. I mean, equipment. I'll be right there. Got my equipment together. Let me see how you did in placing the part. Passable. You forgot to hook up a few of the connectors, but a solid attempt for a first-timer at weather machine repair. All that's left now is to get a scan of my mother's eyes. She is the only one in this vault authorized to override security checks when we reboot it.
Audrey! Audrey! I thought I heard your voice in here. Oh, and our new friend is with you. Good, we might need you. We have an emergency. Your mother. She's gone.
What do you mean, gone? I thought she was in stable condition.
No, not gone like that. She's not in her room. Someone has taken her. They've left a note. Oberlin read it out to me. Some gibberish about a Mothman.
Didn't you say they were connected to an Alex? So if this Alex is connected to these cultists, and the cultists kidnapped my mother, could it really be her? But why would she take Mom?
Alex? In a cult? No, that can't be. I took care of her.
What did you just say?
Nothing, my dear. I misspoke.
No, you definitely said I took care of her. Want to elaborate on how you took care of her father?
Okay, look. I didn't intend for you to find out, but she was a risk to your future and that of our family business. I had to ensure you would stay here with us. I only did what I had to do.
Why am I not surprised? I had a feeling you were behind her disappearance. How was your own daughter's happiness ever a risk? Every single bit of my life has always been dictated by you, and I have been miserable for all of it.
No, that's not true. You've always loved all this tinkering and such. All I did was make sure you were safe and would focus on what's important. The family business. And look around. Look how well it has worked out. This machine you've helped build and maintain. It's a true masterpiece.
Are you delusional? Look at us! Look at those mad lost running around! Mom is in a coma, for God's sake! How has any of that worked out well? I cannot reason with the unreasonable. I need some air to process this.
She'll come to her senses. There's always a flair for the dramatic. Takes after her father, I suppose. We have more important business to discuss anyway. We need my wife back. Pronto. And you've more than proven yourself capable of that task. So please, I could use your assistance. Wunderbar. Getting this machine repaired is in everybody's best interest. Now, the note left behind mentions something about an old abandoned mine. I remember there was only one within the park. Nearly purchased it at one point for some... actually, that's not important. Try and blend in as one of the cultists. I fear they may harm Cassidy if they spot an intruder. Find where they're keeping her and get rid of Alex. I expect you to do a better job than the last person I sent to deal with her. Preferably, yes. But I guess you're right. It's only led to more chaos, hasn't it? I guess you could try and talk some reason into her. I do have this book. You could use it as a peace offering from me. I took it off Audrey. It appears to have been a gift from Alex. I thought it best to remove anything that might rouse up sentimental feelings. You know the sorts. Silly young romances. Anyway, I think this could be enough to persuade her and invite her into this family. Yes. If that's the price I have to pay to get Cassidy back alive, then I guess I will come to terms with Alex being in our lives. Knew I could count on you. Now you better get going. I will deal with Audrey. Meet me back in the atrium when it's safe to get my dear Cassie. I will send out some people to transport her back safely once you've completed your mission.
All hail the hairy moth. Holy Mothman. Holy. Wise and holy Mothman. Protect us in our times of need. Mothman? Then why the hell? Greetings, fellow cultist. How goes your cultist duties? For him.
Huh? Oh, good day. My name is Blair. My name is Blair. I'm still a bit new around here. Who are you? How dare you? Putting my faith in question? Wait. Either? You're one of us. Oh, thank God. I mean, thank the Mothman. Well, presumably for the same reason you are. Aren't all the non-believers here for the same thing? To get back at Hugo for going back on the deal. And just generally being total filth. He screwed us over, big time. Made promises that upended our lives and put us all at risk. It's about time he gets what he deserves. I'm sure whatever he did to you makes you feel the same. Shh! Don't let him hear you say that. You can't put our disguise at risk. Not now that we're so close to completing our vengeance. Suit yourself. Not like I got anything else to do in these dark tunnels anyway.
Wings flop. I'll go with him.
Truly an inspiration. We shall follow her lead. She's on to something big. Bigger than anyone here realizes. Make sure you do what she requests for this ritual. Yep, all ready for the big sacrifice. Just sitting in the dark, waiting for the light to consume us.
Showered in his divided light.
Oh, well, me too. Good, prayings.
We are his flock, guiding him through his incline. Wait, no. Oh, great Mothman, look upon your lands with mercy and protect us from stuff.
Password? I don't believe in magic, and your little spell didn't work, so guess you just proved me right. You either have a password, or you better get a move on. Well, if he is, he better know the password.
Our enemies can't hide. His enemies won't escape. They'll face his judgment. Our enemies can't hide. His enemies
I
won't
don't
escape.
think I've met you yet.
They'll face
Odd, I thought I knew all our
his
believers.
judgment.
Anyway, I'm Scarlet. And you are? Oh, is he playing all important again? If I did, I'd tell you, but he won't tell me again either since I told a few others last time. He gets on my nerves. He keeps spreading his novice interpretations, but I can't spread the password. The word of the Mothman is as clear as the light that shall consume us.
Unlike his passwords, which are very unclear. I like you, new blood. I'm sorry I can't help you with the password. But you might find something that could help around Alex's room. As you were.
Burn like a knight, and no enemy can escape his blight. He is our shepherd in the light. The dark. Ah, shit. He looks after us.
Password? You may pass.
It calls to us. He calls to us. It calls to us. He calls to us.
Hey, I don't remember your face. That's not gonna happen. And if you interfere with our ritual, we'll make you our next sacrifice. What a weird time to ask questions. I guess we can spare a few seconds. I like to get to know my victims a little anyway. Hugo caught wind that I was still in contact with Audrey after they moved to Shenandoah. He sent a goon to kill me, keep me away. The bombs fell as I was being attacked. Probably the only reason I managed to escape. I was out in the woods by myself, barely alive, getting my strength back. Until this lot found me and made me their leader. Lucky me, they've turned out to be a great help to make my revenge against Hugo a reality. I'm not alone in that. Many here want to see Hugo suffer, and I won't let you get in the way of that. That's really easy. Surprised you couldn't figure that one out yourself. If I can't have Audrey, then Hugo can't have Cassidy. Getting her was simple. Just convince some of our ghoul members that the Mothman has spoken. He demands a special sacrifice. Got them dolled up in some clean 63 jumpsuits and had them sneak in during the night. Good thing that door in the basement is wide open. Now they're all abuzz about a super special ritual waiting for my next move. But I still haven't picked out the right tool for the job yet. For some of them, it's just a matter of saying the right thing. Mothman showed me this, Mothman showed me that. Next thing you know, I'm a prophet. The rest? Well, we share a common interest. They're my wolves hiding in Moth's clothing. We have one goal. Get back at Hugo. Do you know what that bastard did to these people? How he used them, stole their homes, left them for dead? There's so much about that man, that family, the that you barely understand. Allow me to enlighten you. There was a small town still in this park when Hugo arrived, right where he wanted to build his precious vault. When they refused a buyout, he offered them all a safe spot when the bombs dropped. They accepted. If you know Hugo, it shouldn't surprise you that he went back on that deal. He left them all for dead, scared them off, and kept the land. He is a parasite, sucking dry the innocent, making no compromises that stand in the way of his vision. It doesn't take much time around the Stoltzes before this story starts to make perfect sense. Hugo feeds off the vulnerable. Always has. Maybe now you understand who you're working for. Why I can't let you take my prisoner away. Audrey was the only one who ever got me. Ran into each other in a bookstore in the before times. That nerd. God, I miss her. Her dad hated us being together. Thought I was a bad influence on her. Maybe I thought he was a capitalist pig. The family business was everything to him. Anything that stood in its way had to be eliminated. I guess I stood in the way. I'm sure she would understand. But also, look at me. Look what I've become. She would never take me back anyway. I agree. And why would I do that? I doubt Audrey would even know I'm still alive. Our love has no chance anymore. Too much has happened. Too much has changed, including myself. Wait, hang on. Is this? No, can't be. This book. I gave it to Audrey way back. Maybe you're on to something after all. If this thing is the real deal, that is. Of course it was a trap. Ugh. Let me guess. Hugo's doing right. Well, it don't matter no more. He got what he wanted. If you see Audrey, will you tell her I never stopped loving her?
Good.
brains
I trust you have taken care of everything. And I can send my man out to get Cassidy. Oh, that. Clever, right? I had some of my engineers develop the mechanism years ago. I knew it would come in handy at some point. And what a lucky coincidence that I held onto that book, too. I take it was a success, then, Alex's dad.
Don't you be starting to
So dramatic. Please, it was a necessary move, and you will be paid in kind for your involvement in it. With that matter settled, I'll notify a team to conduct a rescue effort to bring Cassidy home. I'm truly grateful, my friend.
You're unbelievable. You just couldn't let it go, could you? The only solution you have is to just kill and kill and kill. I can't believe I came up here to try and talk this through. To try to make you see some reason. But I seem to have forgotten how efficient you are. After all these years of not knowing if she was still alive. I had a tiny spark of hope that I could see her again.
Discoveries.
Now she's gone. For good. And there is no one else to blame but you. Both of you. How could you be so naive? Didn't you realize my father would stop at nothing to see her dead? Murder is nothing to him. It's a shortcut. You hear me, Father? That's all you are. A bloodthirsty murderer. I mean, what is Alex's life to you? Just a little bit more blood on your hands. Shouldn't make much of a difference, right? Whatever it takes to get your way. You're a psychopath.
Audrey, hang on. You still don't understand. Alex kidnapped your mother. Ah, no talking sense into that one. She always just runs away. No, she's not. Every word of it is true. If only she could see why none of that is a problem. It's just the way of the world. I must get word to the rescue team. Bis später.
Oh, I got struck by an idea. Gotta write it down.